welcome to the big one. Well, it's just a lovely, nice little kickabout, really, isn't it? Over at Anfield today. Liverpool versus Manchester United. The leadership of the Premier League up for grabs this afternoon. This really a sort of a dress rehearsal for the big FA Cup game next week, which we're hoping to cover here on JB Sports, and we'll let you know on Twitter what games we'll be doing and what games we haven't. Yesterday we brought you a cracking London derby between Fulham and Chelsea, which went all the way, and it was Mason Mount's late goal that won it for them. A good, comfortable win with Russ yesterday for Leicester, beating Southampton, and now the main course of the weekend, the big one. There was only one man for the job. Let's just get some quick team news from him. Here's Trevor. Hello, Trevor. You're here for the main course. How's the tension building up at Anfield today?
Tell you what, the tension in the moment you can visibly see, taste, touch, and feel. This very much feels like the biggest game of the Premier League thus far. And it's been a long time since the biggest game of the season has been Liverpool versus Manchester United. The team news today, well, Liverpool themselves know that in recent times, thanks to their defensive woes, they're having to rely on a makeshift centre-half partnership of Jordan Henderson and Fabinho. But they do have Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson to support them in the right. Thiago is brought in midfield, and he is brought alongside Shaqiri and Wijnaldum. Of course, I don't need to say the Liverpool front three. They tend to write themselves. Man United make a change, and Eric Bailly is off, and Victor Lindelof is replacing him in a back four for Manchester United, in which Luke Shaw is preferred to Alex Telles. Man United look to be flooding the midfield today with five across the middle. Paul Pogba, Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes hopefully been given more attacking roles with the support of Fred McTominay, and Anthony Martial is chosen to Edison Cavani up front.
Thank you, Trev, and we'll be going back to Trevor right as the teams come out. Other results today, well, Aston Villa, as you know, the game with that game at Villa Park earlier on, that's been called off because Aston Villa have got those COVID problems, of course. They've still shut the Bodymore Heath training ground down, so Villa didn't play today. But Tottenham Sheffield United did, and Sheffield United, I'm sad to say, are heading towards relegation. Just one win all season. It looks as if they were just about to turn a corner last week when they beat Newcastle, but that all has been banished by a fantastic away performance by Jose Mourinho's Tottenham. And a real goal of the season contender from Underbelly, who scored an absolute screamer, worth watching on television later today or tonight if you can. Another match taking place later on. Manchester City in action as well later on, but we will not be covering that today. This is our final match of the weekend, and just one more date for your diary tonight. Trevor will be on Chris's channel as well. He's not appearing on this channel today, not just appearing on this channel today, he's appearing on Chris's as well. We've got the latest episode of the Raven West Formula 1 series. That will be the French Grand Prix, and Trevor Walker, guys, will be your guide for that one at around about whenever Chris puts it out, I suppose, about 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I don't know, but we'll soon find out. But that is what's going to be coming up for you there, and of course Trevor's FA Cup as well next Friday night. Friday night's Trevor night. That's how I build it. All the plugs for Trevor Sports up now. It's always Friday night. It all belongs to Trevor, and then we'll have some cup ties as well next week. Anyway, Jurgen Klopp is on, I think it's his 199th game or 200th game today. He's got a win percentage of 63.8%. Jose Mourinho with a 68.5% average. But it counts for nothing in these sort of games. We're all set to go then. Liverpool, Manchester United, what a game it promises to be. And without further ado, let's get over to Anfield, well in time for kick-off. And here's Trevor to take you through to the first half. And enjoy the match.
Indeed, enjoy the match we shall. So many statistics around this game. Liverpool unbeaten at Anfield for 3.5 years, taking on a Manchester United side that haven't beat them here for 5 years. Liverpool themselves find themselves at 33 points this stage of the season. Last year they were on 49 points. As we just fall silent, as everyone takes a moment here to just pause. Well, the applause is that you can hear on the game is for Jerry Marsden, the singer of You'll Never Walk Alone. The anthem made famous by that of the Cop, and very much adopted and adored by Liverpool brought in by the horrible and tragic events of Hillsborough. Never has an anthem united a city more and defined a football club. Jerry Marsden, you will never walk alone. Well, the applause was observed immaculately by both sets of players, and Liverpool will hope that it could be their inspiration today to kick-start their season. They find themselves third in the league, but if defeat goes wrong today and Manchester City win, they could find themselves fifth by the end of the day. For Manchester United, they have a point advantage over second-place Leicester City and 3-point advantage over Liverpool. Today, it is all about taking your advantages and making the most of them. And Paul Pogba has been Manchester United's standout player in his last few games. Indeed, he got the winner against Burnley, winning their game in hand and putting them top of the league. But that's the last time I'm allowed to talk about Burnley on this stream. I'm told by the sports coder anyway. For this game, the changes and surprise in Liverpool as Shaqiri has chosen to start in midfield. The game itself will be set up and ready to roll in just a second. Manchester United wearing their black shirt and short and white socks. They will be kicking from left to right, as the players always immaculately observe and take the knee just before kickoff. Well, the fight against racism, no room for it. 100% there for this game today. For those that are interested in the match, in this contest, as we stand at the moment, the referee today is Paul Tierney. And straight away, Manchester United get us off underway through Paul Pogba, playing out wide to Aaron Wan-Bissaka on that right wing. Paul Pogba today has got the support of Fred and that of McTominay, so I wonder if that will give him more of a licence to go forwards. Should suit Pogba's natural abilities, but he looks to be the player at the moment which is driving United forwards. There was rumours that potentially he would be leaving in this transfer window. Seems to be that Manchester United league position has changed that already. If you're tuning in and looking to sync us up, folks, all you need to do, hit pause on your Sky device or on any other device you're watching this from. And if you want to restart the commentary to sync with us, we're just coming up to 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. So a minute played in this contest. Predictions coming through. If you want to leave your predictions, Ewan has predicted Manchester United to win 2-1. Of course, the last time Manchester United did win, as Pogba looks a tall cross into the box, which is aiming towards Martial. The bounce is not kind, and Mo Salah is able to bring it away. Of course, the last time Manchester United did win in Anfield, a goal was scored by Wayne Rooney with 12 minutes to go. That was 5 years ago, and with the week that Wayne Rooney announces his retirement from professional football, will there be a Manchester United player today that's able to take the mantra on and provide that goal for United to win at Anfield? Or is it time for Liverpool to kickstart their season? Draws have been their problem in recent times. Liverpool at the moment drawing far too many games. This is Jorginho Wijnaldum to Andy Robertson. Liverpool have the ball in their own half, just passing it towards the center circle to Jordan Henderson. Today, both sides playing with their skippers at centre half. JB has predicted a 4-4. Anybody? I can say this with absolute aplomb, that if it is 4-4, then I will definitely have myself a glass of wine afterwards. Is Mane. McTominay is right through, but Mane shows great strength. He's got options through the middle. Firmino lays it off to Shaqiri. He's got to go on the left foot. He's got it on the left foot. Played it to Wijnaldum. Andy Robertson's letting support here to cross the ball in. And actually, I think Robertson potentially gone for goal. It would have been the most deftest, delightful effort here as he looked to try and guide it in and catch David De Gea out. But this is good movement from the Liverpool attacking players. Shaqiri, if he had a right foot, had an option to go for goal. Eventually to Wijnaldum with a clever pass in. Andy Robertson just looking, I think, to trickle that into the near-hand post here of David De Gea. But in the end, it hasn't worked out. And good pressure already from Liverpool. Been able to put the ball away. Carvin has said 5-0 Liverpool today. Well, it would probably go back to the days in which Liverpool won here 3-0 was the last time that was a big win for Liverpool against Manchester United. But overall, in their head-to-head records, Liverpool with 77 wins, Manchester United with 88. Of course, these two sides meet next weekend in the FA Cup. That game will be at Old Trafford and here on JB Sports. And that game itself was famous for the fact that Manchester United have once had an 85-year winning streak against Liverpool in the FA Cup. But at the moment, it's Liverpool that have the wool over Manchester United. They've gone 2.5 years unbeaten, well, 2 years, nearly 3 years, sorry, unbeaten against them, as we're watching Shaqiri now, with the left foot into Wijnaldum. He's got licence to go forward. United sitting very deep at the moment. Here's Mane trying to wing the ball through. Now this is Wijnaldum. He's got support arriving from Andy Robertson on the left, and Liverpool very comfortable moving the ball. This is Thiago from the left-hand side, moving central. Crossfield ball all the way across. It's come to Alexander-Arnold, who puts a cross in. Luke Shaw is able to make the block, and the clearance is only stabbed away, and it only comes as far as Shaqiri, who keeps the ball back for Liverpool. 4 minutes gone at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. FA Premier League. We're coming up to the halfway point of the league season. Easily the biggest game we have seen between these sides for many a year. For Thiago today, this is his first appearance for Liverpool at Anfield. While he made his promising start, injuries have got the hold. Manchester United, though, do have rights to feel confident of potentially breaking Liverpool's 3.5-year unbeaten streak at Anfield. That's down to the fact that this season, all 3 of their defeats have come at home. Indeed, the last time Manchester United tasted defeat in the Premier League, well, you go back to the 1st of November when Arsenal beat them 1-0 at Old Trafford. For Liverpool, well, the last Premier League game tasted in defeat. That was away to Southampton. Danny Ings' goal in the 2nd minute settled that. It's a fixture which doesn't let itself to mini goals. Tends to always be a very tight affair. But tactically, it's Jurgen Klopp in his 200th game as a Liverpool manager versus Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the first Man United manager to take them to the top of the Premier League in this stage since Sir Alex Ferguson. And a poor pass out, which is read by Martial. Martial himself, playing on the counter-attack, should absolutely thrive on his abilities today. Luke Shaw has played a lovely 1-2 back with him, and now Marcus Rashford finds himself on the edge of the area, putting a cross in, and Fabinho is able to get it away. But United, they're showing their ability to move quickly down the left-hand side and break, and Martial coming in. Russ has joined us, and Russ has said he will go for a 2-1 Liverpool victory today. Liverpool will need the win. It'll bring them level with Manchester United, and under the nature of the goal difference, it would put them ahead. Luke Shaw about to take the throw. Anfield itself will normally be absolutely full at the moment. Manchester United, for those that are interested, they're going from left to right and are attacking the Kop. So United will know that for them, this is probably the least hostile reception they've received at Anfield for many a year. As Luke Shaw stands over to make the throw. Shaw, of course, one of the very few professional players to be to come from the Royal Borough of Kingston, from Kingston upon Thames. Luke Shaw. His throw is eventually thrown straight back out, so as Martial attempted to control it, and the game is set. Just coming up to 7 minutes in the match. If you're just joining us here on JB Sports, Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. So far, Andy Robertson's effort in which he tried the deftest of little passes from almost a cross-shot sort of opportunity, trying to get it through. As Jordan Henderson hits the ball long upfield towards Mo Salah, who was able to just momentarily get goal side of Luke Shaw. Tierney pulls up for the foul straight away. Mo Salah currently with the traditional Barnet of his, as he went for the more clean-shaven sideburns look, but the Barnet is back at the moment. Tierney today will be looking to hopefully have himself a game with no controversy. Of course, we do have VAR here today, and I have been informed by the producer today that one must keep the comments about VAR strictly child-friendly. Lindelof with a vigorous header down on McTominay, trying to control it. Bruno Fernandes, hustled at the moment by Wijnaldum. Diving in straight away there was Thiago, who collided there with McTominay, and Thiago straight away leapt up as if he was in a considerable amount of pain, and then suddenly all that pain went away. Collided with the big Scot, who's been very impressive recently for Manchester United. And it was Thiago that attempted, if you're looking at we're looking at the replay here, to slide in and hook the ball away. McTominay just stood his ground. Thiago slid into him and then claimed he was fouled. But that is the modern game as we stand at the moment. you're just joining us, folks, the comment sections are open. Please feel free to comment on the game. Just remember, do keep it PG. And Andy Robertson is looking to play an early ball through to Shaqiri, and David De Gea plays a clever pass out, which Martial reads, and he's able to get past Thiago, and he's also able to double pass and try to play an excellent through ball through to Marcus Rashford. And Lindelof there spotting the danger as another attempted pass was played through. Down the channel and now for Rashford to run, but the flag is up, and offside is called against Marcus Rashford. I've just seen Marcus Rashford. He seems to have a blue shirt under his black undershirt, so I wonder if he's thinking today if he was to score, would he have a special note to add? Well, Andy Robertson will take the free kick from the offside. Back to Fabinho. Fabinho and Henderson joining back and finding themselves two at centre-half. Was talk of potentially Eric Bailly starting for Manchester United with his pace ahead of Lindelof, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does prefer Victor Lindelof at the moment. His Pogba has won the ball back against Jorginho Wijnaldum and now passed a clever pass inside, and just for a moment it looked as if Bruno Fernandes had found the run of Rashford, and now Liverpool were thinking about the counter-attack, but then Sadio Mane was going to reach the intended pass out, which has gone out. But could you ever think of a player which has made a bigger difference to a Manchester United league campaign in recent years than Bruno Fernandes? One remembers that while Cristiano Ronaldo was the force and the player that he was for about 3 years, it still took him about 3 seasons to settle into life in the Premier League. Maybe perhaps we'd go back to Eric Cantona for making the biggest difference to Manchester United in recent times. For Liverpool, it's Jurgen Klopp which has been the difference for them. This time last season they were on 49 points and were unbeaten. This season they've been beaten twice, but it's been draws which have been their problem. Liverpool failing to finish games off or being caught out in the end. But what if that changes here at the moment? And just for a moment, Firmino and Thiago were just looking to try and link up together. Henderson wins the header after the clearance by Harry Maguire. Back to Fabinho, who's going to be very comfortable moving the ball forward. No doubt about that. Clever pass into Shaqiri. Out wide to Mo Salah, who will be told to run at Luke Shaw most likely. Back to Firmino. Now inside, Wijnaldum. Got 3 black shirts around him. So does Shaqiri. And now Thiago. There's a clever ball out wide towards Alexander-Arnold. The flag stays down. Alexander-Arnold against Anthony Martial. Here is Thiago, who's able to get past Fred. And now he's found himself in the area, and the pass just had a bit too much on it, but it was a lovely bit of skill by Thiago. Was able to get past the Manchester United midfielder. Pass out wide to Alexander-Arnold was clever. Manchester United, you can see 5 across the back, but look at this wonderful bit of skill. He jinks left and right. Shades of Chris Waddle in the way in which he was able to move the ball. Sadly, his pass just wasn't quite good enough for Mo Salah to get to. As we have played just now coming up to 12 minutes. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. FA Premier League at Anfield. United, reminder, lead the table. Liverpool at the moment are 3rd. Leicester City after their victory yesterday, which you were able to enjoy here on JB Sports, have moved up. Lindelof deals with the long ball. Here is Fred. Fred's pass isn't cleared, and Alexander-Arnold goes long. This is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka clears and tries to look for Bruno Fernandes. Eventually Jurgen Klopp is there to pick the ball up as it's gone out and help Liverpool retain the possession and have a quick throw again. Here is Fabinho moving the ball forwards. Predictions, folks, if you still want to come in, of course, we will always have the man of the match competition opening up in the 65th minute of this game, closing on the 90, #JBMON. Let me know where you're watching your game from today. Are you watching it at home? Are you watching it overseas? In that case, if you are from overseas, whereabouts in the home are you watching it from? Who are you watching it with? Let's go and chat about it. Early possession, very much all Liverpool, as to be expected. 70% to 30% in favour of them. So Liverpool, a lot of the ball, Manchester United seem very happy to get it, as Wijnaldum's pass is well cut out by Paul Pogba and Wan-Bissaka. And now Liverpool with that Gengen press, ability to push forward quickly and to allow the opposition no time at all, very much showing. Robertson And Robertson will take the throw again. And we are waiting for the first real chance of this game thus far. But chances will come at a premium tonight. Both these sides look to have the midfield packed out. Liverpool with that 5-man midfield which they're bringing in. And Mo Salah, well, has lined to be the main lineup. Pass inside to Firmino, who's just outside the area. Pogba is across. Firmino is able to get away from him. Gets a shot off on goal. It takes a deflection. Andy Robertson on the volley, and it's blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Andy Robertson, I think in the end, went for it, and it's just flown over the bar. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was flying in. But warnings for Manchester United at the moment, because suddenly Andy Robertson had all the time in the world on the left flank. Tried to go on the volley, and in the end, I think you'd call that a shank. What's the Sunday League terms? That would be a damn good attempt. Live contest today here on JB Sports. More of the live football that you know and love. And the biggest game of the season. I have to say, it's an absolute pleasure to be here in Anfield. It always is. Commentary position is always fantastic, and you can see the work being made to the ground as things stand. The shame itself that there aren't many fans here to enjoy this game, but at the same time, it's absolutely lovely at the end of the day that we are getting to see football at all. Well, Paul Tierney, I think, has asked for the ball to be changed. He's started to be flicked back to him, and Jurgen Klopp saying that it's flat, it's no good. So, new balls, please. So, on this occasion, a drop ball was called, and Thiago wins an uncontested drop ball. Do have to say, one does miss the contested drop ball. Mo Salah running against Luke Shaw. David De Gea having to clear, and his clearance is picked up by Alexander-Arnold. Fred to Wijnaldum. Thiago. And now inside to Salah, who will get the ball now. And he can run at Luke Shaw. And he was looking to go all the way there, but Fred helping out Luke Shaw and doing a very good job in making sure that he couldn't get through. Liverpool putting Manchester United in pressure, and Fred has to clear it from inside his own area, and then Liverpool win the ball back. So the pressure is very much on Manchester United when they have the ball. 2-2 draw called by the producer, JB. 2-2 draw, it'd be interesting. That is a fine ball through to Sadio Mane, who's able to turn back. Firmino! Oh, it was the goal at his mercy, and he didn't quite have the finish to match Roberto Firmino. Well, it's a lovely little interchange. The pass by Shaqiri was very fine indeed. Lindelof was caught square. Wan-Bissaka was marking Mane. As the ball then came back, as the pass was made to Robert Firmino, it was made a very good run. He just had to wrap his foot round it, but to Lindelof's credit, he narrowed the angle, and in the end, Firmino was unable to get the ball on target. So far, Liverpool showing all the pressure on the Manchester United back line, and that's why the passing accuracy is very much in favour of Liverpool. At the moment, Manchester United have only had 57% of their passes gone on, but at the moment, the lovely exchange between Fred at the moment, and now a ball played through to Marcus Rashford, who's just trying to get there across of Andy Robertson. Rashford has got there, Alisson is there, and the foul is called. But the lovely exchange of passes between Martial and Fred was outstanding. Fred's pace was through, the pass itself just lacked a little bit of accuracy. It was Bruno Fernandes exchanging with him, and Rashford here was onside. He's called it for a foul, I think, on arms being held as the ball came in. But United again showing that on this counter-attacking stage, as Liverpool call for a foul and don't get it, that they can inflict some damage. Eventually, with the likes of Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez and Joel Matip not playing, United might fancy their chances today. Of course, at least we forget Liverpool 3.5 years unbeaten as Pogba sends a brilliant pass out wide to Anthony Martial. It was called offside, but the vision and the pass by Pogba, that was just completely outstanding. Wonderful stuff. And just letting us know that CW has joined us. Remember, folks, join us this evening for my alter ego, Trevor Walker, for the rise of Raven West. And as always, fantastic commentary action. I recently recorded another race for CW the other day. It took me 3 days to get my voice back, and that was just the first lap that we had. So join us for that. Russ has got the TV synced. If you do want to get the TV synced and listen to this commentary while you're watching, currently at the moment, the timing that we're looking at the moment is 18:38, 18:39, 40, 41, 42. Sync it up if you will, pause it and replay it from there. Luke Shaw to take a throw for Manchester United, halfway in their own half, over on the far side. Those watching, that would be the left-hand side. If you were stood in the cop, that would be the right-hand side. Here is Shaqiri, who's looking to be more of a promising impact in the game. Foul called against Shaqiri. Referee waves play on. Here is ball attempted in there by Andy Robertson. Wijnaldum on the edge of the area. Shaqiri, Mo Salah again. He'll want to get it onto his left foot. Fred comes across. Two are competing for the ball, and in the end Manchester United get it away. But there is Thiago. Stop Bruno Fernandes being able to break. Here is Thiago again. Clever ball to Wijnaldum on the edge of the area. Really good vision and a fantastic pass, that must be said. Here is Thiago again. Now here is a chance for Shaqiri. Wijnaldum trying to fast a shooting opportunity, but Luke Shaw was able to clear the ball before Mo Salah had a chance to go at goal. Well, we've got everybody on this evening, and encourage you to get going and get talking on the chat. Of course, there's many predictions today. We've got a 5-0 Liverpool predicted, 2-1 Manchester United, 2-1 Liverpool, a 2-all draw. Nobody's gone for the 4-4 yet, so where are you optimists? Of course, a draw definitely favours Manchester United, but here's Andy Robertson, who's looking to try to force something on his left foot. Space for Shaqiri! It was a deflected effort in the end that went wide of the posts. Well, you're in Shaqiri here. When he picked the ball up, he found himself with 2 or 3 yards of space. How often is that going to happen today? But in the end, Maguire had made the block. Liverpool taking the corner quickly. Alexander-Arnold trying to take it in, and Bruno Fernandes making the block again, and appealing very much for that. Has gone out before he had made the block. Alexander-Arnold's over again. One of the many players at the moment adopting the low sock formula. Emil Smith-Rowe, Jack Grealish. One hopes it's momentum for the World Cup in 2 years' time, where that'll be. And Lindelof heads Alexander-Arnold's corner away. Back to Shaqiri. Support from Thiago. Plays it back out wide to Alexander-Arnold. Crosses on the left foot this time. Away by Paul Pogba. Salah. And out Warren Wan-Bissaka gets the ball away. Here's Anthony Martial for Manchester United. Pogba. First time cross-field was looking for Bruno Fernandes. It wasn't quite the perfection that we expect from Pogba, and Alexander-Arnold's cleared the ball a long way to Mane, and now this is Roberto Firmino. He wants it on his right foot. Why didn't he go on his left? Salah goes on the volley, flies over. Well, why didn't Roberto Firmino go on his left foot? The opportunity to go across goal. The pass itself from Alexander-Arnold was spectacular. Mane had played through Roberto Firmino. He wanted it on his right foot. There was Lindelof to make the block. Mo Salah coming in on the volley, hoping to produce something completely outstanding. In the end, it was just a bit wayward. Deep breath taken by the Liverpool players. They've had 2 of the better chances at the moment. And we shall all wait and see and find out if this is going to be a critical factor in this. Looks as if Manchester United are going to play on the counter-attack. No surprises there. Manchester United's counter-attacking side have been, well, it's been their strength in recent time. Liverpool going long again towards Salah, up against Luke Shaw. Lindelof doesn't deal with it very well. This is Mo Salah, options out on the right for Andy Robertson. Crosses first time in towards Mane. Shaqiri is able to pick the ball on the edge of the area. There is Fred across. Alexander-Arnold's cross again. Now here is Shaqiri, and there is Fred again doing his job in the defensive midfield as well. Thiago back, and with Henderson and Fabinho and Thiago, Liverpool themselves, it's like they've got a second row of midfielders at the moment, how high they're pushing up when Manchester United have the ball. Of course, challenges there from a defensive standpoint, but at the moment, from an attacking standpoint, well, it's definitely helping Liverpool on their touch. Thiago's pass into Jorginho Wijnaldum, former Newcastle United man. Robertson inside to Sadio Mane. And a good challenge by McTominay, taking the ball all the way out. Halfway through the first half, if you just joined us live on JB Sports. It's Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0, but there's definite press by Liverpool at the moment. And just kept in by Wijnaldum. Andy Robertson's ball in. Lindelof, that right foot, kicking the ball away. Now it's Henderson gets possession for Liverpool in their own half. Here is Fabinho. Shaqiri. Now it's Shaqiri again. So we wonder here today what this will mean for Jurgen Klopp. We've seen the points difference he's lost since he's not had his defenders, but he's definitely got his attacking players on song. And they're starting to play some great football. Wijnaldum placing Alexander-Arnold. His first time cross is low and cut out by Harry Maguire. And there is Anthony Martial diving up against Shaqiri. And I think the referee, Ultini, has just penalised Shaqiri. Anthony Martial dived up in the air and rather unfortunately took a rather hefty bump. Let's have a look at the replay here. I think it quite possibly might look worse than it is. Indeed, 5 foot landing right on the back of your hip. Got to be careful with that. Well, Solskjaer's men at the moment have the pressure on them. So far in this match, yet to really make a meaningful chance at goal. And it's a poor clearance, it has to be said, by Maguire. It's now left in Mane. It's a cross. Fred gets it away and convincingly. Wijnaldum on the volley. It hit Maguire right in the chest. Back to Thiago. Shaqiri. Liverpool all over Manchester United. And Shaqiri tries to produce a spectacular, but it just wasn't quite what was required in that situation. But all from Harry Maguire trying to play out from the back. It was blocked by Roberto Firmino. Mane put the ball in. It was cleared by Fred really unconvincingly. There was Maguire to make the block. Eventually when the ball came out to Shaqiri, far too much time and space, but couldn't quite get enough whip and dip on the ball with his efforts. As things stand at the moment, it's Shaqiri that is finding all the space at the moment in that Manchester United half at the moment. Well, I definitely do agree with JB here. It's lovely to have all your regulars on, and if you're not a regular and you'd like to be, just remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification to let us know when we're going live with exclusive live audio commentaries here on YouTube. Same time as well, hit the notifications, and make sure you like this video if you've enjoyed it. If you don't like it and you just joined in, hit a like for us anyway. Do us a massive favour. So United now having the ball, and Liverpool noticeably not pressing as hard at the moment, and Harry Maguire is able to have possession just outside the area for the very first time in this match. Here is Fred. Fred moving forward to Scott McTominay. And Manchester United with some rare midfield possession. Goes long towards Bruno Fernandes, who flicks it into Martial. It's cleared by Alexander-Arnold. And now it's Shaqiri again, who suddenly finds Fred right across from him. And no foul given. Referee says play on. This is Luke Shaw trying to dart forward for Manchester United. Now plays it to Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he tried to slot in for Anthony Martial, Bruno Fernandes. There was even talks of Paul Pogba playing back and going for goal. But at the moment, United have kept possession. Maguire now charging forward. Harry Maguire. Oh, Harry Maguire. Oh, I do get shades of Gary Pallister with Harry Maguire. The way in which he does pick the ball and move it up. And in that situation, went darting forward, tried to play a Hollywood pass in, but it was very much more that of a backyard studio than you would get here. It was more in-house art pass than a Hollywood pass. But still, we shall wait and see. There's to be more action in this game. Liverpool with 8 attempts on goal. So far at the moment, none have been on target. Liverpool with 14 touches inside the opposition area. Manchester United with just the one. So the statistics would show you that very much in the valley with their nil, Manchester United are definitely better off for it than Liverpool, as things stands. Well, Wijnaldum is being called back by referee Portini for a foul, and Manchester United will have it in the final third of the pitch for the first time. And for those of you that are joining in, I would encourage you, if you can, to check out Leicester Southampton, the commentary last night by our lovely Russ Vernon, who did a fantastic job in that game. Please, if you get the chance, go back, give that a listen, give that a like, and let's all keep the greater camaraderie that we do have. So, Manchester United have a free kick, and perhaps their first real opportunity. Bruno Fernandes will whip the ball in. He was looking for Pogba. He's going to come to Luke Shaw in the area. It's just about cleared away. Pogba doesn't quite get it away. And then eventually on the right foot, Mo Salah does get it away. Now it's Bruno Fernandes for Manchester United. He's played the ball first time. Hasn't quite worked out. Mo Salah here on the left wing. And the throw-in is given in favour of the Red Men. Andy Robertson to take. Bruno Fernandes appealing. But when do the players not appeal at the moment? Here is Mane. And now Fabinho. 29 minutes gone at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. It's all been Liverpool at the moment. Wonder if it'll be a similar situation this time next week. Of course, we'll only be a few minutes into the game, when in fact we'll be just kicking off this time next week. 5 o'clock kickoff for Manchester United versus Liverpool. I'm sure that's be one of our many offerings live here on JB Sports. So, this is Fabinho. And now here is Alexander-Arnold to move forward. Long crossfield ball. Looking for Robertson. Oh! Andy Robertson attempting to volley the cross at about 4 feet across the area. It does go out, but it was magnificent in its improvisation and trying to do that. And the confidence of the young man to go for it. If he had put in a cross from there, oh, that would have been something else at the moment. Well, if you are joining us, folks, don't forget to leave your predictions in the comment section below. Let us know what you think of the game. If you want to ask me what I think of the game, you're more than welcome to. McTominay has broken away and has got the ball out wide to Bruno Fernandes, who's looking for a long crossfield ball towards Paul Pogba and Marcus Rashford, but he just overhit it, and in the end, Henderson is able to guide it back to Alisson. Now, here is Wijnaldum. Inside to Mo Salah, who is everywhere at the moment for Liverpool. Game opening up just ever so slightly at the moment. Here's Bruno Fernandes trying to go past Fabinho and getting caught. Of course, there was that story in the news recently about it was down to Jose Mourinho that Manchester United have apparently won so many penalties, down to them being a little more savvy. In that situation, I reckon 10 years ago, that would have been a good fair challenge on this occasion. The referee does give that in favour of the Manchester United midfielder. He is still holding his ear. Well, who will be in his ear tonight, of course? There's always a lot of chatter between the players. Of course, the plea's been made for no hugs, no high fives in the celebrations tonight. One wonders if we'll see that if Yusuf was to score. As Luke Shaw curls in the free kick. Alexander-Arnold doesn't get it away. Harry Maguire just dawdled on the ball ever so slightly, and that allows for the ball to be cleared. Free Mane off Harry Maguire. Have a look. It's offside, in fact. Manchester United there have 4 players in an offside position in that situation. Well, just shows us the importance here of holding your lines, and that was a good area of defending, has to be said. Right, we've got the CW prediction, and that is Liverpool 2, Manchester United 1. Liverpool to score their second after the 85th minute. If it's not, then Chris CW has to buy everybody on the chat right now a virtual beer. Of course, we don't talk about Trevor Bonds on this channel. As Luke Shaw looks to break the ball away. He's fouled just outside the area, and it'll be a shooting opportunity. And in the last 5 or 6 minutes, the game has opened up, and the first yellow card is awarded to Shaqiri. So, Xherdan Shaqiri is given the very first yellow. 32nd minute for him. And Liverpool's obvious press, which they have had in the last few minutes of the game, is starting to decrease. So Manchester United is just starting to get a bit of a foothold in the game and starting to move forwards. Sue said she'll try and watch it, if not today, tomorrow. Sue, whenever you can watch it, it'll be greatly appreciated. To appreciate the wonderful support that we do give our channels. Right, free kick opportunity for Manchester United. Fred is over this. Very useful in his days for Shakhtar Donetsk. He's got a very good left foot, but I fancy the number 18 for Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes. Taking over the number 18 from Ashley Young, who took it over it from Paul Scholes. Before then, 18 itself was not a terribly regular number. Well, It'll be Bruno Fernandes. Oh! It's so close. Bruno Fernandes got it over the wall. Great amount of curl. Alisson was scrambling off to his right. Oh, and he's missed by a cat's whisker. Really has. I'm sure there's a lick of paint that's been taken off the post. Oh, so desperately close. Well, despite all the chances it's been, that's been the best opportunity of this match thus far. Very, very unlucky, Bruno Fernandes. It was a fine free kick, and now there's an opportunity for Mo Salah to break away for Liverpool. He's up against Harry Maguire. Salah tries to go on Firmino, and his left-footed effort is very tame, and it's right into the hands of David De Gea. Wow, wow. Right, we are welcome to talk about Trevor bonds. The best thing in virtual currency is Bitcoin. No, I won't go into that tonight, folks. We're going to focus on the game. But it's just opening up after a tense 25 minutes. There is more chances and a chance over the top for Marcus Rashford from Manchester United. He's got Martial across to him. His second touch really let him down, Marcus Rashford. Pogba with the chance. Oh, he's taken a touch too many in the box. And Liverpool are able to get it away. And another chance for Manchester United, just showing their vibrance on the counter-attack. Rashford's touch just took it away from being a viable option. And then in the end, there was the ball broken away. Mane for Liverpool. Firmino. Now Luke Shaw's getting the ball away from Manchester United. He's trying to run past Alexander-Arnold. It hasn't broken, and Liverpool have got an option. Alexander-Arnold puts a low cross into the box, which there is Victor Lindelof to clear. Thiago. Now it's Henderson. Andy Robertson. 10 minutes to go till half-time. 35 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. A game which has been like a chess match at the moment. It's just starting to look a little bit like a game of Warhammer. Just opening up as time goes on. Here is Anthony Martial for Manchester United. McTominay's early ball into Bruno Fernandes, who gives it a proper have it. And somehow the ricochet is broken for Pogba, who's taken the ball through to Rashford, who was unable to run onto it because ultimately the pass was hit a bit too vigor, and I wonder, potentially from a VAR standpoint, whether that would still stand. Now, here is Firmino. In a first half at the moment that is really starting to pick up pace. Shaqiri trying to put the ball in. There is Luke Shaw away. Now this is Anthony Martial up against Mane. Oh, he's able to get past Alexander-Arnold. This is a lovely bit of run here by Martial. And Fabinho makes sure he goes no further. A brilliant crunching slide challenge. Don't see many of those anymore, but that was timed to perfection. It really has stopped the Manchester United centre forward right in his tracks. Crossfield pass towards Andy Robertson again. Paul Pogba running across to mark him this time. Robertson going into the channel towards Mo Salah. And Lindelof is marshalling him at the moment. Salah inside on the near side. Now it's Wijnaldum. Clever little 1-2. Back to Jordan Henderson playing up from centre half. Fabinho also at centre half. Alexander-Arnold joining them and almost making a back three at the moment as Mane goes wide. Very much a fixture of Liverpool players going wide. And Mane jinking and diving and finding Wijnaldum. And the touch by Wijnaldum let him down just for half a second. Jorginho Wijnaldum was through. Now it's a chance for Manchester United to move away. Here is Luke Shaw. Definitely, I think Liverpool at the moment are letting Luke Shaw play out from the back more often than not. Perhaps they know something that we don't as things stand. Here's McTominay. Little Cruyff turn by him just to control the ball up and lay the ball back in. Now it's Maguire. You wonder where is going to be the difference in this match. What it is that is going to find it. It will be a moment of brilliance or a mistake. Of course, we had to wait till extra time last week for yours truly to have his first goal. I wonder if we'll get it inside the 90 at the moment. Well, Salah has been all over the place at Liverpool, and looks to be that Mo Salah and Mane are swapping flanks, going wide to the right, wide to the left, and Firmino is allowed to float along with Shaqiri. So the Manchester United back four are getting really, really tested. Fred and McTominay are going to have to work very hard. Here is Mane, wide on the right. Alexander-Arnold for support. And Alexander-Arnold goes back across goal towards Jordan Henderson. Brings the ball forward. Now it's into Andy Robertson. His cross isn't dealt with particularly well. This is Mo Salah. And Thiago trying to play in Salah. Harry Maguire heads it away. So does McTominay. Back to Thiago. Liverpool really look like they've missed him at the moment. And now it's Pogba able to break the ball away for Manchester United. Over the top for Marcus Rashford. Alisson's got to get that. And Alisson does get that. And again, he's got to get it. Well, it threatened to be liquid football. But in the end, just nearly. Marcus Rashford makes his run. And, he looks to be just bang on side. Not a lot in that when the ball was played through, but Alisson, as the old sweeper keeper, ran out and was able to claim the ball, and then challenged by Martial, was also able to claim the ball away. So Robertson breaks forward for Liverpool at the moment. Here is Mo Salah, Wijnaldum, run being made forward by Shaqiri. Salah into Shaqiri. Luke Shaw diving in ahead of Mane. Back to Mo Salah again, and the foul being caused due to the follow-up challenge. Looks to be on Luke Shaw by Sadio Mane, and Luke Shaw gets a little word from the skipper, probably on the lines of, just stay here for a minute more, son. Final 5 minutes to the first half, plus that allowing for stoppages. And we're watching the replay here. Mane, just the top of his boot, caught Luke Shaw as he slid in. And that is a foul given at the moment. Enjoying this, folks. Please, please, please don't forget to like this video. If you don't like this, then please go ahead and like the video anyway. Salah, and here is Rashford, who's through. He's onside. He's crossed it across goal. Nobody was there, and the referee has gone back for the flag, which has gone up anyway. Of course, it was a tight decision at the moment. The match officials are told not to raise their flag, to rely on VAR. Rashford looked offside when this was let go. In fact, he's about 3 yards offside. Still, I've played Football Sunday League, and that's very much onside depending on who's running the line. Well, interesting statistic here. Manchester United playing on the counter-attack. I've been caught offside 7 times thus far. Well, Alisson has not had much to do. Nobody has had to make a save with their hands as such. He has been the most worried because it was his effort that just flicked just wide. Now here is Jordan Henderson to break away. And great control from Andy Robertson. Goes crossfield over the top looking for Mane. Luke Shaw gets it away. Maguire, difficult touch. Probably wanted to head that back to his goalkeeper. Now Fabinho. Delightful by Fabinho. Just flicking the ball over Bruno Fernandes. And now he might have an opportunity to play it away again. He does much more calmer this time. Inside and the right foot and away. Here's Andy Robertson. Now here is Jorginho Wijnaldum. Well, it is a big game. The game itself is just starting to open up. I think both these sides have an eye on half-time, and we're back to where we were. Liverpool pressing and moving forward with Thiago again. Manchester United sitting back. Robertson with time on the left wing as always. Thiago moving and intercepted by Fred. Now it's away to Pogba. Chance for a counter-attack for Manchester United. And Pogba was covered by a Jordan Henderson sandwich and went down, and referee Porcini gave the free kick. Well, I have a statistic coming through from Stato. United's first shot came in the 34th minute, their longest wait from the start of a Premier League game to the first attempt since their previous game in Anfield in January 2020. Of course, on that occasion as well, it was a 2-0 win to Liverpool. Manchester United, last time they won here was in January, well, in 2016, in January, 78th minute, the year Manchester United went on to win the FA Cup. Louis van Gaal's final season. Lost long ball over the top. Pogba will get onto this. We'll look at the linesman. The flag has stayed down. It's Pogba inside. They tried to look for Martial, who noted run into the area, but it hasn't quite played out. Now it's gone out wide to Alexander-Arnold, and Lindelof is able to cover and help out his central defender by clearing the ball back to Alexander-Arnold, who's still inside his half. Jordan Henderson to Thiago now. Liverpool have been bright, have been positive, haven't been as vulnerable as we'd thought in defence at the moment, have looked quite creative in attack. But the moment, though, those long early crosses aren't catching Manchester United out. But not to say that they won't. Here's Fred. And now Bruno Fernandes. Good first touch to control the ball. Out wide to Marcus Rashford to use his pace at the moment against Fabinho. Rashford has got possession on the far side. Now it's Anthony Martial up against Shaqiri. Plays in Fred. McTominay joining the attack. Liverpool with everybody back at the moment. Here is Victor Lindelof. Back to Maguire. Now Liverpool start to press forwards. Here is Lindelof. And his left-footed pass is going to go out all the way to Alisson. Well, a minute to go until we are at the halfway mark of this Premier League tie. And then we'll be heading back over to a lovely warm studio in JB Land to join John, who will take us through half-time results. So I'm going to go grab myself a cup of tea and we shall be back for the second half. Of course, this is a Premier League fixture. There will be no extra time. There will be no prospect of a penalty competition. That, however, will change when these two play each other next weekend. Of course, that's the nature of this season's FA Cup. Here is Wijnaldum. And now here's Thiago. Line from Bayern Munich. This is Fabinho. Sign from Monaco. Bringing the ball forward. Of course, Fabinho, part of that great Monaco side that impressed so heavily in 2016-17 in the UEFA Champions League. Lines of Mbappe exploded into the scene that year, but not seen him as such. And that great Monaco side just missed out on the chance to go through. Long ball towards Mane, which Lindelof gets there. And now it's Pogba tries to volley the ball and aim for an opponent. His clearance is poor because it's come back to Liverpool. On a red shirt is Sadio Mane, but when the ball tried to be played through, that looks to be an offside flag which has been given. And if it is true, first time in the match Liverpool have been called offside. Well, we're 30 seconds away from this game coming to its conclusion. At the moment, definitely, if this was a boxing match, you give the round so far to Liverpool. Manchester United might be more valuable for the nil. I do sense, though, Manchester United might be waiting for that perfect time to really seize control of the match. Looks to be the final action will be David De Gea kicking the ball long. Is it to be a twist just before half time, you wonder? Doesn't look like it. Well, it nearly looked like it for a second. A long ball was played by Thiago, and eventually it was played out. And that is the final action of the first half. Game in which, the most of it, it's been pretty much what we expected. A strong fought battle between both sides in which the midfields have gone. It has been attack versus counter-attack. Manchester United's best opportunity was a Bruno Fernandes free kick. No keeper having to make a noticeable save at half-time, but the game just threatening to come to the ball. Half-time here at Anfield.
Thanks, Trev. Good call of the first half. It's 0-0 at the moment. JB, we're back with you here in sunny, cold Lancashire, but we're in a nice, cosy studio today. So as he goes off and has his half-time refreshment, whatever his palate decides that's good for him on a cold winter's afternoon in Liverpool. We're gonna just break off from this game. Good competitive game, but as Trev said at the end of the first half there, both goalkeepers not required really to make any significant changes as the teams now are in the tunnel receiving their half-time team talks from not Sir Alex Ferguson, Jurgen Klopp and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I don't know where I got Sir Alex Ferguson from, but there we go. Anyway, we've got some breaking news. Any Arsenal fans that are with us today, this might be of interest to you anyway. It looks like Mesut Ozil is going to be leaving Arsenal for good. It looks as if he's going to now go to Fenerbahce later this evening. They're going to have a medical there over in Turkey, and it looks as if Mesut Ozil's Arsenal career is over. So it looks as if they've cancelled his contract, and apparently he's gone to the Emirates today, according to strong sources, and I've said goodbye to the teammates. And what a sad way for his Arsenal career to end, being left out of the Premier League squad at the start of the season. I think that was probably a bit of a mistake, really, from Mikel Arteta. I think when he looks back at that, he could have done much better. But there we are. That's the way it goes. Let's bring you some. Let's bring you some more sports-related news. In the cricket, I'm sure there's a few cricket fans with us today. Away in Sri Lanka, they are. Tourists of the English players are trying to chase 74 to win the first test in Galle. Sri Lanka 145, best 5 for 30, and then got 359. Leach got 5 wickets in that game. Dominic Best got 5. 2 Somerset players performing miracles. 421 England in their first innings with 228. Are currently 38 for 1, and they need 36 runs to win with 8 wickets in hand. But England just wobbling a little bit now. They slipped to 14 for 3 as Dominic Sibley and Zach Crawley fell to left-hand spinner, and then a mix-up between Johnny Bairstow and Joe Root, the 2 Yorkshire lads, led to Root's dismissal being run out. Dan Lawrence is at the crease with Bairstow, and they will resume on 11 and 7 not out respectively, and that will be at 4:15 tomorrow morning. So if you want to set your alarms for a bit of an early finish, a bit of an early morning, and watch a possible England victory or a possible England collapse, whichever way it goes, then you can do that on Sky. Rangers have dropped points for the first time in a very long time. They're still unbeaten, by the way. They drew 1-1 today against Motherwell. Itten got the equaliser after Devante Coe put Motherwell ahead at half time. The goal coming 18 minutes from time, that equalising goal. So Rangers keep their unbeaten record, but I've had their winning run. But fear not, Rangers fans. Your team are just 21 points above Celtic in the Scottish Premiership table, so that's not too bad as far as they're concerned. In today's early Premier League match, let me just tell you what's happened here. I feel sorry for Sheffield United fans, I really do. 1 win all season out of 17-18 fixtures, and here they are again, another defeat to Tottenham. 2-0 down at half time. Aurier got the first on 5 minutes. Kane doubled the lead 5 minutes from the break. McGoldrick pulled it back on the hour mark, but then on Dombele with a fantastic third goal, and it's worth a watch later on, sealing the deal for Tottenham Hotspur, who take all 3 points, and for Sheffield United it looks a lost cause.
Want to see how the magic happens.
So that's the scoreline at the moment. We've talked to you about the cricket, we've talked to you about the earlier football. Manchester City play Crystal Palace tonight, and don't forget, we will not be covering that game tonight, because at 8 o'clock, let me point you in the direction of Chris Whiteman's Formula 1 series, The Rise of Raven West, where he takes Raven West racing into Formula 1. It's episode, I think it's 6 or 7, but it's the French Grand Prix at the Paul Ricard circuit, and that will be premiered live on Chris's channel with Trevor Walker in the commentary box. At 8 o'clock. There we go. I've just got an interloper walking in to the studio, absolutely making me laugh my socks off. Yeah. Me. Oh, the best things happening live. Oh, these live streams, the best things happen in those things, don't they? Right. Let's get back to some. Anyway, never mind. Anyway, the assists in the Tottenham game. Let me just get back to some serious news. Son Heung-min assisted in the Aurier goal. Oibe assisted on the Kane goal. And Bergwijn assisted on that brilliant goal on Dombele. Fleck also assisted on Sheffield United's goal, and that leaves Sheffield United in a spot of bother at the wrong end of the table. Aston Villa Everton should have taken place at lunchtime today, but that has been postponed for obvious reasons. That Aston Villa, as you well know, guys, have had a COVID-19 outbreak, and they've also had to, with several players having to self-isolate. the Bollymore training ground is also being shut down for the foreseeable future, and that game does not take place, and that will be put back to another date. So as things stand in the table, United lead still by 2 points. In fact, Liverpool could actually close the gap to levels, but they have a better goal difference, so a Liverpool win could take Liverpool top by goal difference. Leicester are second at the moment with their fine win last night, so that was a big win for them, but they could move down. But United still currently 3 points ahead at the top of the table, ahead of Liverpool. This is going to be some second half. Now I'm absolutely positively sure, and I can't wait to bring the second half now. That is for sure. Ross says ref blowing the whistle for half time when the full minute isn't up and Mane threw on goal. Strange. Well, there's a lot of pressure that's been heaped on Paul Tierney, that is for sure, and well, maybe that's a tad controversial, but we'll see from the fallout there. But certainly, as Trevor explained towards the end of that first half, if it was a boxing match, I would agree with Trevor on that. I think Liverpool have certainly had the better of play. They've had a few chances, and in the end, it's been team shots that's really not helped their cause. But you never know. The second half could be thing. We could still have that 4-4 that Trevor obviously keeps talking about. It'd be good for everybody if we could get a 4-4 in the second half. It would be magnificent entertainment, wouldn't it? But and it'd be great for Trevor. But so far, I'd still say I think Liverpool have slightly edged it. But take nothing away from Bruno Fernandes. He's had a superb game and came close for a free kick. So there we go. So we're all set then, hopefully for the second half in a few moments' time. But it's been Right, Trevor's got a little quiz question for you today. Can you guess his halftime? Guess his halftime beverage. I'll have a go at Bovril. Probably not, is it? It's not orange juice on a cold day in Merseyside. It's a good guess, but I don't think that's correct. On a day like today. Have you seen the temperatures out there today up north? It's absolutely sub-zero. I might be in a ground causing studio. But which sort of tea, Ross? Explain to me what sort of tea. Coffee with milk and no sugar. Is it Kenko or Nescafe? Well, we don't know. We have allowed product placements on this channel. By the way, we can talk about Nescafe and Tetley tea or PG tips or Guinness or whatever. I can't think he's got a pint of Guinness in his commentary country. I don't think the football club would allow it. But I think it should be an interesting second half, folks. I think as we try and come up with a conundrum, I'm sure Trevor will tell us about it during the halftime commentary of the second half, which we'll be going over to in about a couple of minutes from now. Sue says Nescafe. PG tips tea I'll go for. Being a Yorkshire lad, I thought you'd have gone for Yorkshire tea, but there you go. Shows how much I know, doesn't it? Anyway, we'll be coming back to Trevor in just a few moments' time. And what a match! What a second half! I think it could well be a very good second half in the making. But Spurs getting back into contention, and at the moment it's. Good. I've just got a little statistic from the game at the moment. We're covering Man United Liverpool. Marcus Rashford has been caught off a whopping 4 times individually offside in the game alone today. That's the most he's ever had in a Premier League match in 4 years. Just to tell you what, folks, I've drunk tea and coffee. Well, I've got a nice supply of Tetley tea in my studio today, in the JB headquarters. And I just want to say thank you for all the 771 subscribers that have subscribed to the channel over the years as well. I just want to just want to thank you, everybody. We're 28 short of 800 subscribers. So just quickly before I go back to Trev for in good time for the second half, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody. And if anybody knows of anybody who's a sports fan and likes sports commentary, would you please get in touch with all your friends, all your family, everybody else. We want to try and get up to 800 subscribers. So get the word about. Get the channel on Trevor on Twitter. Make sure. We're also plugging Trevor's channel. He's done well now. He's nearly at 500 subscribers. Chris is doing fantastic with the F1. Give their channels that huge support as well. We're all one big family in this community. Trevor, myself, Chris, Ross. We're all Mike. When he will be able to join us as well at some point. We would have had him to do a match today, but he's busy doing Storm FM tonight. But we will get Mike Arnhem doing some commentary as well at the moment. So we've kept you up to date with the latest scores and a bit of comedy during the half-time interval. I hope you've enjoyed that. We had an interloper, that was, i.e. my brother, walking in because he's actually going to work. He's on NHS duty tonight. He's a carer, and he's on NHS duty tonight. So let's give a huge... let's give the NHS a huge shout as well. So a decent first half. I've just seen something here on BBC Football. A guy called Robbo has said, usual overhyped mantra, the best league in the world, two supposed table toppers performing bang average sides, unable to create a shot on target of any note. Well, the top two... Well, I think Leicester might have something to say about that. They're currently in second place, but a Liverpool win could take them top on goal difference because they've got a better goal difference than Manchester United. Manchester United could move 6 points clear with a win today. So a lot of incentive for Ollie's boys, and there we go. Right, I think it's high time we got back to Anfield. I think the teams are just about to rejoin us. So I will hand over to Trev, and I'm sure Trevor will reveal the half-time beverage that he's had during half-time. Are you going to reveal all, Trev, as we hand you back for the second half? Enjoy the game.
I am indeed. My half-time beverage was a good old-fashioned latte. Of course, it's the drink of champions and those of us that survive on minimal sleep. If you want to know why I am on minimal sleep, see Doc. Right, so the second half hopefully be a bit better because that first half was a bit of dog of a game. It had the potential to open up, but so far at the moment it hasn't really taken place. Moment of note here, at half-time the pitch has been watered at Anfield. So there could be that this game is going to continue to move at a round of pace. Manchester United know today that there is the opportunity to move up for themselves in the table. Of course, we'll open it up between the next 10 minutes or so, folks, while you're on the call. You've guessed my half-time drink. Can you guess my half-time snack? Well, you've got until the 55th minute I'm going to reveal, so if you want to have a guess what it is, please go ahead and leave your comments in the comment section below. As Liverpool get us underway straight away, Alexander-Arnold's looking to play a early ball into Robert Firmino. Liverpool having all of the ball in the first half, really. Manchester United threatening on the counter-attack, and Bruno Fernandes' free kick was the closest that they've come. Just checking the teams at the moment. For Liverpool, there doesn't look to be any major changes made for them. It's the same as it was. And Liverpool move forwards. Mane, and there is the ball cleared by Victor Lindelof. Manchester United, we look at the changes again. And for them, no as such. Keeping with the McTominay, Fred, Pogba, Fernandes and Martial. Midfield, Rashford seems to have moved up as the main centre forward. Here is McTominay for Manchester United, who haven't noticed scored the last ever goal at Old Trafford in front of fans. That was the deciding goal in the Manchester derby last year. And we are hopeful that maybe at this point, a year from now, with the way in which the vaccination programme is going, we could be seeing stadiums much fuller. Of course, Anfield tonight, observing all that rules of social distancing. As we're watching Mo Salah pick the ball up, and getting supported here by Alexander-Arnold. So it goes back towards his captain, who sends it back to Fabinho. Keep the guesses in. We've got a port by We've got a BLT and a salt and vinegar crisps. Won't mention the name of the provider of the crisps, mainly because after seeing an advert many years ago with Paul Gascoigne crying during them, I thought they'd make you cry. Still, we move on. You live and you learn. You realise it was just the Gary Lineker adverts that made you cry. Liverpool breaking forwards, and now here's Shaqiri. Mane wanted it. He's making a run into the middle. Back to Shaqiri again. Out wide to Mo Salah, who we know is going to take a touch and try and get it onto his left foot. Luke Shaw is across. Here is Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Luke, and now it's a chance for Salah and Shaqiri. Shaqiri with a little reverse pass through. It's broken through to Salah, who hooks it back across towards Mane. His header hit Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Pogba will challenge against Wijnaldum. And Manchester United are trying to get it away. They can't as such at the moment. Here's Wijnaldum. Referee has allowed this game to go on. Now here's Mane. Up against Wan-Bissaka. Sadio Mane. Wan-Bissaka, as always, a brilliant tackle by him. Always a real strength to his game, his ability to win the ball back. Clearance is made by McTominay, looking for Rashford. So, got to watch him offsides. Dairy milk chocolate, a bacon sarnie, coronation chicken on brown. The guesses are all coming in here tonight, folks. Of course, on the 55th minute, I will be revealing all. If you are looking to sync up your tellies, folks, we'll just wait for this moment to happen. Mo Salah has got space out here on the right, and Harry Maguire is able to get the ball away. Salah is all over him, and I think Maguire and the two of them have exchanged in a little professional wrestling hold, and I believe you would call that a fireman carry takedown, something or other. Still, the free kick's gone in favour of the Manchester United skipper. Time on the index, if you want to sync this up, we're coming at the 48 minute, 36, 37, 38. Well, one thing I haven't revealed today is who's on the bench for either side at the moment, and we're watching the Manchester United players start to get warmed up. Liverpool today, they've got Nico Williams, they've got James Milner, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Curtis Jones, Minaminto, and Origi of note, along with a couple of their youngsters. As we just watched Martial have the ball in the edge of the area, put it back across goal, and there is Henderson. Allows there to break away and clear quickly, and now it's Mane, and it may just break on at the moment for Sadio Mane. Tried to head it down to Mo Salah. It's gone out wide at the moment, and now this is Mo Salah, who's in the Manchester United area at the moment. Here's Salah. Now here is Alexander-Arnold. Thiago had a very dominant first half. Here is Robertson. Firmino now. Mane says central. Shaqiri joining at the moment. But Thiago's clever ball was popped out. There is Bruno Fernandes. And now Liverpool will have possession back because Bruno Fernandes' pass is wayward. Great touch by Thiago. Inside to Mane again. He's got support arriving. Support arriving at the moment from Roberto Firmino. Liverpool just have Mo Salah in the box at the moment with Shaqiri standing just outside the D at the moment. Firmino flicks it back to Mane, who's inside for Liverpool, and his pullback hit McTominay, and it will be a Liverpool corner. Well, Mane and company just combining very nicely at the moment. This is Roberto Firmino. Now here's Jordan Henderson. Henderson out wide. Fabinho, Thiago, into Mo Salah. Good little give and go, and Luke Shaw spotted the danger and has cleared it away. Well, on the Liverpool bench, as we were watching the interchange, it was a lovely little back heel, and Mane had found his way through from a lovely exchange from Roberto Firmino. And it's the first time Liverpool have got in behind the Manchester United defence today. Well, they've got young Reece Williams, young Nat Phillips, and Nam Okutai-Keller, number 62 in that. Manchester United have Eric Bailly, Edison Cavani, Juan Mata, Mason Greenwood, Dean Henderson available, and Alex Telles. Well, there's Matic and Van der Beek. So potentially Manchester United with the stronger bench. But will it be a change that will make the difference today? Bruno Fernandes was just caught, and Martini has pulled back play. Match official for today. Of course, when this game was recreated in the world of Trevor Sports, which was on the most recent episode of Match of the Day that aired just gone this Friday. If you do want to, just search Match of the Day. On that occasion, Manchester United were winners by 5-2. Still, slightly different match engine in real life to what you would have. If you do enjoy that, then come and join me for the virtual world of the FA Cup, where we get going in the third round. And Marcus Rashford having the ball forwards, and there's an option out wide here to Bruno Fernandes. First time he's had space today, Bruno Fernandes. He tried to take it past Alexander-Arnold. He couldn't. Alexander-Arnold did really well, stood up as man, and has run the ball out for a throw-in. Great defending by Alexander-Arnold, and Bruno Fernandes looks annoyed, and quite rightly. That was a big chance for him. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Luke Shaw. United forward for the first time in this half. It might not be for much longer, because Liverpool have an opportunity to break as Lindelof dives in. But the intended pass to Mo Salah is hit far too firmly. But the referee going back. Michael Carrick having a word with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Played the last time Manchester United won here back in 2016. As the Manchester United fans sing, it's hard to believe it's not Scholes. Oh, it's Carrick. Here's Pogba though. Early ball across field to Martial, who's suddenly in tons of space in the area. Bruno Fernandes! And a brilliant block by Fabinho. But where was this space that Manchester United didn't have in the first half? They got tons of it here. It's a fantastic pass by Paul Pogba. Suddenly Martial's one-on-one with Alexander-Arnold. He plays in Bruno Fernandes and shot with the left foot. Fabinho slides in and makes the block. And that's the best action Manchester United had in the second half. Might not be the most important, because we're 2 minutes away from revealing the half-time snack. And of course, we'll be awarding 5 Trevor Bonds for the person. And somebody here has predicted it in the chat so far. Bruno Fernandes to take the corner. And it's cleared away eventually by Mo Salah and Shaqiri. And Shaqiri plays it out wide. And the long stab ball forward allows the race between Mo Salah and Luke Shaw's continue. And Mo Salah has got there, but David De Gea read the situation well. Mo Salah was at full pace, and now it's Manchester United to bring the ball forwards. Bruno Fernandes going cross-field all the way towards Paul Pogba. It's a fine pass. Manchester United going forward again. Pogba has got the ball still, and he tried to play through Bruno Fernandes, but there was Alexander-Arnold. Game is just starting to really open up, as it did for about a 10-15 minute period in the first half, and then about 5 minutes before half-time, everyone started to close ranks and close up the game. Here is Thiago on the ball for Liverpool, who has been, at the moment, their star player. And will you get your vote for man of the match? Well, we're about 11 minutes away from opening votings from man of the match. If you're just joining us, Liverpool 0, Manchester United more. 54 minutes and 32 seconds gone in this Premier League game between these two old rivals. And long time a game between these two has meant so much. This is Shaqiri, and now he's played it into Salah. Firmino, there's a pass option out wide on the far side. It's to Andy Robertson now. Robertson's right-footed shot is easily claimed by David De Gea. So, time as ever to reveal the half-time snack. Russ Vernon, go and get yourself 5 Trevor Bonds on me. Cadbury's Dairy Milk was indeed the half-time choice. And indeed, it is the only thing available in the vending machines at Trevor Vision Centre. Why? Well, it's because the Director General, it's his favourite chocolate. Of course, if anybody does want to get me a Christmas present next year, get me the Dairy Milk. Nothing else, thank you very much. No, that fruit and nut rubbish. Just a good bit of chocolate. Here is Harry Maguire. And he breaks forward for Manchester United to Martial. Luke Shaw, for the very first time, has space. But there's only 2 in the box for Manchester United. So he's plays it back to Martial. And now it's Fred's. Lindelof. Liverpool starting to press Manchester United forwards. Maguire's pass is wayward, but no danger there. And it's broken away to Wan-Bissaka, who receives the possession back again. As Liverpool just slowly put the pressure on and move forwards. United, all that space that they had before has gone. As Wan-Bissaka takes on Firmino and looks to try and play ball over the top for Rashford. Definitely trying to take on the Liverpool makeshift centre halves for pace, but so far as such it has not proven to be successful. Well, statistically at the moment, it's been more interesting in terms of stats than goals, but Manchester United will feel better value for their nil than Liverpool's who have made all the running thus far. Here's Alexander-Arnold. I wonder what changes both managers will make in this game. There could be the option potentially of someone to bring in from the bench to make a difference. There will be changes that could settle this game potentially. There's a McTominay and Wan-Bissaka collide, and as a result, Andy Robertson has lost the ball, and Manchester United will have the goal kick. Well, there's been many predictions here today, ranging from 5-0 to Liverpool, to a 4-4 draw, to 2-2, to Liverpool winning it in the 85th minute. And remember, there's a beer on it for CW if that's correct. But so far at the moment, the only action that we've seen by the goalkeepers has been fairly tame. David De Gea saving from Andy Robertson in a very simple effort. Nothing that would ever worry he. Here is Thiago now. Really is controlling the midfield at the moment and dominating the game, and his first Premier League appearance in Anfield, and really is making a difference for them. Liverpool effectively being able to play with 7 midfielders with Jordan Henderson and Fabinho as makeshift centre-halves at the moment. Not a fan of Mars bars. Don't mind the Mars bars, but that's a little bit like having a burger when you're away when you got steak at home, mate. Oh, dairy milk all day long. Well, what do you think these two sides need to do to break this deadlock? Who needs to come on for either side? What needs to happen? Leave your comments below. Let us know what you think you would like to see either side do. Who do you think Manchester United should bring on? Who do you think Liverpool should bring on? Here's Alisson, and his little passes out towards Wijnaldum, and McTominay dives in. And Shaqiri out on the right foot to Alexander-Arnold. Goes cross field with a delightful little ball, just timed perfectly for Andy Robertson to run into. Robertson's cross! Oh! And there was perhaps the best opening for Liverpool thus far. Andy Robertson with a delightful cross. The pass to him by Alexander-Arnold is just magnificent. The cross itself is perfect. Harry Maguire, I think, does enough. Cross is just so inviting. And I think it is deflected off Maguire in the end. But Roberto Firmino diving in was just a fraction away. Well, the prediction is, what needs to happen in this game? Someone needs to score. So, if there were sarcasm points, no, I'm absolutely with you on this one. But it looks as if Manchester United are going to try and change that, because Edison Cavani has been warming up. He's been warming up for the past 10 minutes and looks set to join the match. Here's Shaqiri. Somebody needs to score. We're watching the game go on at the moment. Remember watching an England game qualified 10 years ago at Wembley, back when they were struggling under Fabio Capello, and a fellow journalist of mine stood up during a relatively poor performance and shouted at the top of his voice, "Play better!" One of the finest bits of football chanting I've heard in a long, long time. He was right though, and there's no denying it, but that is to be the case. So, if Pes Cavani comes on, we're on for a treat. No denying about that. Completely OP he is. So there is Roberto Firmino with the new facial hair, and a substitute being made for Manchester United, and Anthony Martial is departing. So Anthony Martial will depart the pitch, and Edison Cavani will come on. Cavani appearing again for the very first time in a Manchester United Liverpool game. Game which isn't played with the usual vigour and thunder as it has done. Just the one yellow card to Shaqiri at the moment. That was in the 32nd minute of the first half. It's not got the bite of it at the moment, and it feels very tetchy, but there is the opportunity, you feel, that there's starting to be spaces, there's starting to be chances. Comment from Russ has just joined us as well. Liverpool need to bring on Origi and Milner. Manchester United, Cavani and Greeny need to come on. Well, must know something about the game, mate, because Cavani is on. As for Liverpool at the moment, we're just waiting for Roberto Firmino. Lovely little dummy and skill. Salah's got space in the area. Oh! And Salah eventually got the shot away, and it's gone wide. It's a bit of a let-off for Manchester United. Lovely skill by Firmino, able to get past Fred. Salah tried to find the room, but there was Maguire across. And I think Maguire may have blocked this for a corner. Let us have a look at this. Oh, it's just ricocheted the inside of his shin pad, it looks like, and gone out. Well, Liverpool do bring on Origi and Milner. We shall see. Deep corner in, firm header away. Very good corner, it has to be said. And we'll see if McTominay got to it, because referee Paul Tierney has pulled play back and awarded another corner to Liverpool. Really are putting the pressure on the moment. It was a great delivery. Henderson diving in. It was McTominay just flicking the ball away for another corner. Of course, if James Milner was to join the action today, it would be a former Leeds and Manchester City player playing against Manchester United. Alexander-Arnold's corner. McTominay's header comes to Mo Salah, and now it's back towards the halfway point for Andy Robertson. Robertson to Mo Salah again. And now Robertson's ball in is, Henderson's ball in. I do apologise. Here's Shaqiri. He's looking for Salah. Salah tries to flick it in. Cavani gets it away. Back there defending. Now here's Rashford. Not been in the game as much at the moment. Now here's Fred's. Able to run away for Manchester United. Pass inside to Bruno Fernandes. Oh, brilliant interception by Fabinho. The pass was laid out to Marcus Rashford. Fantastic bit of improvisation and defending there. Well, Liverpool looking as blunt as they did with Southampton and lacking that final touch. Perhaps a touch too many could be an issue for Liverpool at the moment. Sometimes don't be afraid to just dip your head down and pop your laces through it. Never a bad point in the game to think about doing. Maybe they're Manchester United are thinking that because Edison Cavani is in. There is a man who is comfortable putting your laces through it, or defting it, or chipping it. Wonderful. Here is Wan-Bissaka. Oh, just a heavy touch by him, but he does well to recover against Thiago Wijnaldum. And he keeps going, and he keeps going on, and now it's Cavani who's up against Henderson, and Cavani loses it. And now this is Thiago, he loses it. Referee waves play on again. Bruno Fernandes for Manchester United. And his efforts just bounced in front of Alisson. But Alisson was just able to pick the ball up and claim it. There was the chance. Have a look at this. Effort right in front of the goalkeeper. Here is Wijnaldum. Now here is Alexander-Arnold on this right channel with Shaqiri. A decent game at the moment for Liverpool. Shaqiri moving the ball away really kindly. He's done a great job thus far. Here's Rashford on the near side. Manchester United did have Bruno Fernandes running through the middle, and Fernandes had picked the run in, and the ball's cleared away. It'll come to Cavani, who's just seen the goalkeeper off his line, and Fabinho had to make that foul. But the run at the moment, it has to be said, that was made by Bruno Fernandes when Rashford on this near side made the ball in. He was on. Well, he may have been normal on, may not have been VAR on. I'm sure there might have been a hair on his chin just playing him offside. But then when Cavani had the ball, he tried to take it past Fabinho, who decided to take the foul rather than go ahead and allow the opportunity at goal. And Fabinho is badly booked for it. It's the right decision, but now it's another free kick opportunity for Manchester United. And the best opportunity from them has come from the right foot of Bruno Fernandes. He is now discussing this with Rashford. Marcus Rashford, of course, does possess the ability to hit the ball very well from this sort of situation. Does he fancy a crack at this? He has stepped back and seems to be lining it up. Bruno Fernandes is not. Referee's just asked for the ball to come back. Just a half a foot or so. And now Fernandes is across. Fernandes setting his run also. So is Marcus Rashford. About 30 yards out. It is Rashford. It's against the wall. Well, there was a lot of build up to that, but in the end, quite the climax expected. Crossfield ball towards Pogba in the area for Manchester United. And still, up against Mane at the moment. Mane just hooks the ball away, did dive in, but just stood off by Wan-Bissaka, and the ball's gone out for a Manchester United throw. Nearly 67 minutes gone. Anfield, live on JB Sports, Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. But looks as if Manchester United are trying to change that slightly. Cavani is on. I wonder if that opens up for a more traditional centre forward for them to play. Here is Mo Salah trying to break the ball away. And the Liverpool moving forward through Andy Robertson with a beautiful crossfield ball to Shaqiri, whose first touch was set in for Mo Salah. Luke Shaw, lovely little drag back and touch. Back to David De Gea. Salah just lethargically trying to get back into that press. Pogba playing over on the far side, and it's attacking midfielder role. Finally flicks one high over the top for Pogba. Up against Henderson. And it's like the two colliding. Henderson getting it away. And Alisson back to his captain. Now it's Wijnaldum. Robertson. Mane back into Wijnaldum. Thiago, which has been bossing the game. Well, who do you think's been bossing the game? The man of the match option is open. Hashtag JBMOM. MOTM, as one should say. Man of the match. Just choose your man of the match and leave your votes. We'll count them up and we'll have a decision for you in the 90th minute. Of course, this game will only last 90 minutes. But the following game next Sunday, kicking off at 5 o'clock between these two sides at Old Trafford, could go the full 2 hours and maybe even a penalty competition as they meet in the fourth round of the FA Cup. Here is Wijnaldum. Now Pogba trying to bring the ball away for Manchester United. Had 4 red shirts around him, and his pass has been cut up by Alexander-Arnold. And now Liverpool have just a little bit of space forward as Fred tries to go ahead and stop the run by Alexander-Arnold. Shaqiri on the edge of the area. Inside to Wijnaldum. Now this is Andy Robertson. Given far too much time. Into Mane against Lindelof. Mane still. And his cross is picked up by David De Gea. So we have Mike joining us. Good to see you and good to have us on. If you're just joining us, folks, well, we're 20 minutes away from a 0-0 draw, unless something changes. But Manchester United have got another free kick, and Thiago has been the player which has been called up with this. Jurgen Klopp furious with that decision on the touchline. Well, we wait and see if this will be a clear and defining moment in the match. Bruno Fernandes to take the long ball. Luke Shaw is over it also. You've got Pogba, Cavani. Marcus Rashford is making his way forwards. Harry Maguire is forward also for Manchester United. And in the end, it's a very poor free kick, which has come to absolutely nothing. So if you're Harry Maguire, you wouldn't be happy about running back, but Liverpool have seen it. Tried to play it forward first time. A very long clearance that was very well dealt with by Fred, challenging up against Mo Salah. Maguire. Now here is Bruno Fernandes. McTominay. Now it's a long ball over the top. Alexander-Arnold has headed the ball back round for a corner. So the presence of Marcus Rashford behind him has caused Alexander-Arnold to make a rare mistake. Had a very poor game, I do thought, against Southampton, Alexander-Arnold, and that's the first thing I think he's really got wrong today. Manchester United will have a corner, be their third. Liverpool have had 6 in the game thus far. So we shall wait and see. The first vote is in at the moment for the JBMOTM. Hashtag JBMOTM. And it's to Thiago. It has to be said, it's a very fine game at the moment for Liverpool and bossing the midfield. But there's 20 minutes to go. Time could change. Bruno Fernandes to take the corner for Manchester United. Oh, Pogba's header is just rather tame in the end. And such is the story of the game. When the shots have been on target, they've been incredibly tame. And now Mane was able to scout an early diving challenge and is bursting forward for Liverpool. Moving forward, Manchester United with players back. Lindelof clearing it away from Roberto Firmino, trying to run into the channel. And in the end, the attack comes to nothing. Well, it would seem at the moment, just on what we've seen, that there may be a jinx in the commentary box. Still, one hopes that we do see a goal in 90 minutes, but as such, been commentating, and the only goals we've seen have arrived in extra time. Will we see one today? We're approaching the very end of it. Looks like it might be settled by a single goal. Firmino's trying to do that. Salah's trying to do that, and his effort on goal was ricocheted back to Firmino, ricocheted back into the hands of David De Gea. So Thiago getting the only vote thus far for man of the match. You can vote between now, or you can vote right up to the 90th minute. The commentator's prerogative. I may even allow you a minute or two during time added on to vote. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Jurgen Klopp now are marching up and down. Solskjaer speaking to Michael Carrick just down below me. I can see Klopp marching about his technical area. Manchester United have made a change. They've brought Edison Cavani on, so there is United's first change. Liverpool continue to go on with Andy Robertson. Scotland captain passing the ball back to the Liverpool captain Jordan Henderson, and a clever header back by Luke Shaw ends up at the feet of David De Gea. Well, it looks to be both sides are afraid to lose the game, and Mike agrees. I agree. It would seem at the moment that Ode's sides, if they are prepared to go for this game, that it may result in perhaps a little bit more. Maybe in the fact that next weekend is a cup game, that we may see both sides go for it just a little bit more. But a point may be the case of playing the long game for both sides. It would be a very good result for Manchester United, but do they fancy themselves as grabbing a winner and breaking Liverpool's 3.5-year unbeaten run at home? Do they fancy breaking a 5-year duck since the last time they were able to win away at Anfield? Manchester United, if they were to win, it really would stamp Ole's place that he was and leading as a real championship challenging side at the moment. Famously, Roy Keane saying that this time last year, after that Manchester United lost 2-0 to Liverpool, Solskjaer needs at least a year to bring the side up. What a year Solskjaer has had. Manchester United's form in Project Restart was very, very good. And they get themselves all the way through to Champions League football. And then from there, they found themselves at the summit of the Premier League. But things have opened up at the moment for Firmino, and Lindelof gets it away. Now it's Luke Shaw for Manchester United. But don't discount Liverpool, who were absolutely magnificent last season and were real worthy winners of the Premier League. Of course, we always remember a couple of seasons ago where Liverpool came to play a woefully out-of-form Manchester United and drew 0-0. Effectively, it was the game which cost them the championship, and they lost that season to Manchester City as a result. Here is Rashford able to run at Alexander-Arnold at the moment. Now it's Luke Shaw on the overlap. The ball's in! Oh, it's the first meaningful save potentially, and blocked away from Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United's counter-attacking showing there. Maguire heads it back in to Bruno Fernandes, and the ball is eventually hooked away. Well, I'd love to see a replay of this because Bruno Fernandes had a real opportunity. Rashford did well, but the run and the overlap from Luke Shaw was great. It was back to Bruno Fernandes, and it is the feat of Alisson. It's the first real save in anger that we've had in the match. We wait until the 75th minute for it, but we finally got it. And now we're hopefully waiting for a bit more as young Curtis Jones joins the match at the moment, replacing Shaqiri. Oh, Curtis Jones, another promising young talent in the match. Shaqiri, of course, on a yellow card, so I think it's a smart decision, but Curtis Jones itself does look to be a very promising talent. Here is Luke Shaw with the throw. And Luke Shaw with a foul throw. You only see these in Sunday League football. You've seen it here in the Premier League. Well, let's see what everyone's saying here at the moment. Fancy football teams with the draw with Alexander-Arnold, De Gea and Robertson all in your side? Absolutely. More to the point as well, Thiago's got another vote for man of the match. Let's wait and see if there's anyone else that could do it, who can take Thiago's place as the current man of the match winner, as we are seeing. If you're joining us, welcome to Anfield. It's Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. 76 minutes of the game. We're in the 77th minute played at the moment. Here is Thiago, who's winning the man of the match votes in the ground at the moment. Now it's Alexander-Arnold with a teasing ball in. Then he's just overhit it, and Mane was unable to give that. United will have the throw in right in the corner. It's Manchester United have probably had the best chance of the match. Liverpool perhaps slightly blunted in their attempts to score at the moment, but as things stand, a point wouldn't be the worst result for Manchester United's league challenge. Liverpool know to get themselves back in it, and maybe even take command in it. They need something. Here's Thiago. He's been outstanding today. And he tries to do something! Outstanding, Thiago! But David De Gea has made a fantastic save, diving off to his right. Thiago with a fine shot that was. Real venom in that. And in the 78th minute of the match, the Manchester United goalkeeper is forced to make his first save in anger. Let's hope neither side looks back on it. Well, it looks as if the ball was well hit. Swerved a bit. Goalkeeper was able to march that. Liverpool will have a throw. And this game's just starting to heat up a bit at the moment. Well, Greenwood and Van der Beek are the two claims to come on. Who would they come on for? Who are the two players you feel they haven't done? If you're a Liverpool fan, what have Liverpool got to do to break the deadlock at the moment? Reminder for them, they've got young Curtis Jones on for Shaqiri at the moment. Manchester United have already brought on Cavani. He replaced Anthony Martial in the 60th minute of the match. Well, there is Mason Greenwood on the bench, hoping for his moment. Now a free kick for Liverpool, which is floated in, and eventually it's hooked back all the way. Picked up by young Curtis Jones. Back inside to Thiago. Outside of the foot pass over to Robertson. Fabinho. Thiago and Fabinho picking the ball back up inside. Now here is an opportunity for Alexander-Arnold to move forward. Curtis Jones giving support on the right. Goes the opposite direction and reverses the ball back out to Andy Robertson on the left. Robertson's ball into Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum laying it back to Thiago. The idea, the creativity of this player in trying to find a goal needs to be applauded, because he looks to be the one Liverpool player at the moment that may just be able to find that spark required. First touch, he tried to hit it with the outside of his foot and fire it in. Didn't quite connect with it, but my heavens, was it a very fine attempt in its creativity and its thinking. It may just be the thing, that the spark perhaps, which Liverpool need to win this game. Well, McTominay and Fred look to be the players that maybe need to be removed from Manchester United, so that would be a very attacking lineup if they were to do with that. From an attacking standpoint at the moment, Liverpool at the moment are perhaps playing the better football, since Manchester United forced the save. Bruno Fernandes' close range effort was saved. We are now in the 80th minute of the match. 10 to go, and we will be waiting for time added on. 0-0. The commentator that specialises in the goalless scores at the moment, taking us through another 0-0. But this one's starting to build. There may just be one final chance for either side in the next 10 minutes. If you feel one of them could take them, we may have a winner in this game. However, as things stand, it looks as if both sides may just be able to play for the point. United quite happy to let Liverpool move forward. Liverpool definitely pressing forward, trying to force the game. Just not finding that killer pass at the moment. Jones to Thiago. Instant control at the moment by Alexander-Arnold. Mo Salah to run into the channel. Up against Harry Maguire. Past him, through him, all the way across goal. And cleared by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Only as far as Maguire, who heads it down to Alexander-Arnold to take a quick throw, of which he does. And now it's Jones. Jones again. And Thiago. Jones again, moving forward for Liverpool. Continuing to look very comfortable on the ball, surrounded by the black shirts of Manchester United today. Andy Robertson's cross is blocked by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Definitely a sort of cross that will sting on a cold night like tonight. Here's Jones again. Looking over the field to Alexander-Arnold, who's in space. Volleys it across goal. The diving clearance by Lindelof. Fred gets it away again. Now it is Bruno Fernandes. Clears it away. Now it's Marcus Rashford. It's momentarily 2-2 for Manchester United as Rashford comes inside. Can Rashford finishes off for United? He's tried to run too far and has the chance eluded him. It might have. That was the moment for Manchester United. Cavani had made the run across. Had Rashford played it to Cavani, there was a golden opportunity for Manchester United to potentially go ahead and take the lead in this match. But the Rashford decision making, well, that was what held him back in that situation. Well, my word. Well, when I feel these top six clashes ends up being Dill Drolls, they don't want to lose these games, and they're hoping to win it through other slip-ups. Potentially is the case. I do agree with you that teams these days do tend to play the slightly longer game. In the old-fashioned days, you would just go for it. Well, let's have a look at this. We're watching a replay of the effort, which was well cleared by McTominay. He did a very sort of gymnastic split, and then when Marcus Rashford broke, it was momentarily 2-2, crossed inside. Credit to Henderson and Fabinho, they did as well to cut him out, but the pass through between them was open for Cavani, and he's now watching Aaron Wan-Bissaka for Manchester United. Let's cross the ball in. It's Pogba! It's a fantastic save! Oh, what a save by Alisson Becker! That's why they signed him. In the big moments, the goalkeeper has come up trumps and has denied Manchester United and Paul Pogba. Wow, what a moment. Pogba was 3. He hit that so hard, but he hit it straight at the goalkeeper. A rare amount of space. Alisson has made the save. My heavens, how important could that be for Liverpool's season? Well, I'll be honest, the first 75 minutes of this game were pretty poor. The potential last 7 or so have been much better. We could be in for a real thrilling finale as the corner comes in. Pogba gets the header. Oh, it's tapped away and Alisson gets it away. Liverpool just survive. Fred, United throwing the pressure forwards. Wan-Bissaka for Manchester United. And the play has been brought back for possibly a foul on Alisson here. Well, let's have a look. It's the corner comes in from Luke Shaw. Ow. It's Pogba that flicks the ball along. Marcus Rashford looks to try and flick it past Alisson, who gets a firm block and palms it away. And there is a change being made for Liverpool. Divock Origi is coming on. He is going to replace Roberto Firmino. So Origi's on, and Origi knows about scoring important goals in moments when required for both sides at the moment. So, yes indeed, Mike, it did kick into gear when you joined. If only you joined us in the first minute, we could be sitting on the 4-all. Of course, many predictions tonight. No one predicted 0-0 at the moment. That might change, you never know, because Manchester United have the ball through Bruno Fernandes. And Bruno Fernandes' attempted cross has only found Fabinho, and now have found Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold goes long. Luke Shaw. Salah combining. Fabinho goes long. This is Jorginho Wijnaldum. Now it's to Andy Robertson. Wijnaldum picking it up again. 5 minutes to go, plus time added on. Will there be a twist in the tail? Will there be some moment of magic to settle this game? Will we have a proper 5-minute finale to this match? Rashford, Manchester United with the opportunity to counter-attack, and Bruno Fernandes just made a signal for Rashford just to halt his pass. He didn't, and the pass went out and Liverpool have a throw. Indeed, Divock Origi has been known to get a late winner today. Will this be the opportunity? He does get a late winner. In attempts overall, Liverpool today have had 18. Manchester United have had 7. Promise you, it doesn't feel like that. In terms of efforts on target, Liverpool 3 to Manchester United's 4. If you're looking at moments and key saves, I count Alisson making 2 key saves and De Gea 1. Now this is a chance for Alexander-Arnold, who crosses the ball into Cavani, loses it. Rashford, chance on the counter-attack through Bruno Fernandes at the moment. He's got Alexander-Arnold sitting right behind him. And now Bruno Fernandes. And now Fred. United just looking to move it away, and here comes Liverpool pressing forward again. Maguire, Lindelof, McTominay. McTominay going long over the top towards Paul Pogba, who's charging up against Jordan Henderson at the moment, and Henderson's knocked it away, and the referee has signalled thrown to Manchester United 2 yards inside from the corner flag. Seems to be a few words between Pogba and Henderson. The Manchester United player just looking. Well, United are bringing on Mason Greenwood. He looks to be getting warmed up and get set to come on. So that would be Manchester United's final change. Just getting his notes for the final few minutes of this match, which is really starting to come to life this afternoon. Will there be a goal to bring real drama to the finale of this match? Jones just trying to clear the ball away. Eventually, Thiago does get it away. Fred with a firm header back into the area, and Thiago responds with a stronger header back in. And again, Thiago is just about everywhere at the moment, trying to look for Salah. Short, winning the ball back. Now it is Wan-Bissaka at right back. And the left back currently at centre half at the moment. Wan-Bissaka needs support. He's got it from Pogba. McTominay. Nice touch from McTominay to get past Curtis Jones. And McTominay's off on a bit of a run here, and he's brought down, and a foul given by Thiago, who does not look impressed. Does not look impressed at all with that. McTominay had made the run. Now this is Bruno Fernandes up against, well, Mo Salah. He was up against at the moment. Question I would ask my players if I was coach today: Do you want to win this game or not? And Football Manager, wouldn't that be flags of comment to everybody? Try harder, try harder, try harder. Concentrate. What would you be telling the players at the moment? Reminder to go, folks, that we've got a few minutes left before we go and reveal man of the match at the moment. It is being won by Thiago for Liverpool for his performance, and I do have to agree with that. I think he had a fine performance. We've got a little stoppage for an injury. Scott McTominay, who was caught, and Bruno Fernandes is definitely not happy with Jorginho Wijnaldum. Definitely sensing that was more malicious in its attempt than it was given. No card has been issued. James Milner getting ready, and off comes Wijnaldum for James Milner. So there is Liverpool's third change. And on comes a former Leeds and Manchester City player to face Manchester United. McTominay looks to be recovered at the moment, and we're waiting for changes to be done. And Bruno Fernandes does not look happy. But Bruno Fernandes at the moment looks to be marching off the pitch because he's been substituted for Mason Greenwood. Well, he does not look happy. Definitely feels that he's been making all the difference to it at the moment. But at the moment, United bringing on Mason Greenwood in his final few minutes of the match. Maybe pace late in the day to try and influence the match at the moment. Well. Manchester United bringing off Fernandes. Stroke of genius or a bold call. Here's a chance for Rashford. Clearance away by Henderson. Manchester United with the throw. 89th minute. We are waiting at the moment to just find out who is the winner of the Man of the Match competition. We're also waiting to find out if there will be a winner of this match. Hello, Mr. Blue Elephant, who's just subbed. Love that as well. Well, Roy Keane will have a field day during this. I think if I was Roy Keane, I'd pack up and head home. There doesn't seem to be much to talk about with this match at the moment. Big game that's been hyped up in the press. Everyone's tuned in to watch, but at the moment, what they haven't watched is not the best games in terms of quality. But there has been moments here where these Shines have shown what they have. Here is Luke Shaw. Pogba, who's probably been Manchester United's best player along with Bruno Fernandes. Luke Shaw with a poor cross, well cleared away. Harry Maguire headed down. Now it's down to Mane. Well, goal scored after 90 minutes this season. Funnily enough, it's Manchester United which top the table with that. 5 of them. So, Fergie time. A man who scored a winner in Fergie time over Liverpool in an FA Cup 4th round game. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Remember it well, back in January 1999. I remember it very well indeed. Wonderful moments. Has he installed that sign up? Well, it's 3 minutes of time added on. And now it is Mane for Liverpool. What about Liverpool winning this in Fergie time? You wonder. They're attacking the Kop. Here is Origi. First opportunity for him to really go and attack. He puts a cross into the near post. Cleared away past Maguire. And if there were fans in the Kop at the moment, they would be roaring and going for us at the moment. I am a Chelsea fan. Do you think we will get top 4? I think if Chelsea can find consistency in their attacking players, they could challenge for the Premier League, in my opinion. So, 90 minutes are well and truly done. The winner of the Man of the Match vote overwhelmingly is Thiago today. Martini blows the whistle, and we have a corner to Liverpool halfway through stoppage time. And it's headed away by Pogba, only as far as Thiago. And Pogba just wins it back from Mo Salah. Manchester United have the option of counter-attacking. They did have the option of counter-attacking, but Paul Pogba has lost possession. And it looks as if a wait for a goal inside 90 minutes for myself, as the commentator with JB Sports continues. Maybe you suggest dropping me. I actually don't suggest dropping me at all. I'm having the time of my life doing this. Here's Henderson. Now it's inside to Alexander-Arnold. Final minute of the match to go. Big appeals over handball on Luke Shaw. Not given. Shaw's clearance away into Rashford. And the referee has pulled back for a foul. And he's pulled back for the foul. And Manchester United were through. They're not happy about that. But Luke Shaw looks to have been caught. So will it be a chance one last time to throw the ball long? See what would happen. Let's have a slow motion replay. Just caught by Alexander-Arnold. Shaw there was. I shall wait and see. Wait and see. Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate that. Very kind of you indeed. Liverpool fans tweeting the referee is biased towards Manchester United. Manchester fans tweeting the referee is biased towards Liverpool. Biased, hey? It's a good job I did Burnley versus Leeds this year. Right. So we shall be waiting for the final few moments of a game which has had no goals, no liquid football. No one's been able to eat my goal. All we want is a goal. Let's wait and see. Fabinho's header away. McTominay, Freds. It's all floating around in the area. It's all very tetchy in the last few minutes of this match. Here's an opportunity for Jones. Jones trying to go forwards, and that's a foul by Rashford. Tactically, and a booking for Rashford as a result of it. So Rashford goes in the book in the 93rd minute. Liverpool will have a free kick and maybe an opportunity to launch the ball into the box. Thank you very much, Ross. Appreciate this. And we shall wait and see. Blue Elephant. We shall wait and see if this is Liverpool's key moments. Can they grab a winning goal in front of the Kop? It's a clever ball in the end back to Thiago, who floats one over the top looking for Fabinho. He's headed it down. Scott McTominay has read it, has cleared the ball away. And that's it. No goals at Anfield. A point apiece between Manchester United and Liverpool. The best chances probably fell to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's men. In the end, they weren't able to grab the goal. For Liverpool today, it's another performance in the Premier League in which they failed to score. But Alisson Becker showed his quality. 2 important saves, most from denying Paul Pogba when he was through one-on-one. Liverpool's front line just isn't quite firing at the moment, and they look to be suffering, but they do have the knowledge that defensively their stand-in skipper and Fabinho have done a wonderful job. Manchester United, a point might not be the worst thing in the world for them. They would have hoped to get more, but for Liverpool, they keep their unbeaten run, and United might have to wait a little while before they can beat them at Anfield. But they won't have to wait long before these two sides play again. This time next week, they're going to play in the FA Cup for a place in the 5th round, a game that's going to be live here on JB Sports. But one wonders in that game, if you did want to see some goals, whether it might be covered with anybody else. Full time here at Old Trafford between Liverpool and Manchester United. It is Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0.
Thanks, Trev, and good coverage as always. And don't worry, folks, Trev will be back next weekend for the FA Cup, I promise you. Yeah, what a poor game. It's got to be said, I watched a little bit of it off the air, and I was not impressed. So much so that I decided to go out for a cup of tea, for some more tea bags when it got a little bit dull after 50 minutes. So I decided to have 5 minutes in the fresh air. But that's nothing against anybody. It was just a poor match in general. But we saw flickers of it coming to life. But then again, you know, the game gets so much built up on satellite television and all this hullabaloo that goes for it. And it's a shame really that two teams couldn't produce the goods when it really mattered. It's a bit disappointing. Let's hope next week they, in front of the whole nation, with the whole nation watching this time next week in the FA Cup, kick off 5 o'clock, and JB Sports will have live commentary of that for you. We'll let you know. Anyway, just before I leave you tonight, let's have a look at the end of the. We'll just try and get you the full league table then in just a second. So Manchester United basically still stays top. Liverpool stay third. And Leicester are still in second place. So it's still all to play for then. So United have 37 points, Leicester 35, Liverpool 34 as it stands right now. Manchester City could go above, I think, Liverpool with a win tonight against Crystal Palace. That kicks off at 7:15. But we will not be covering that. Let's play 0-0 bingo. I wouldn't worry about it, Trevor. You're not a jinx at all. It's only the second 0-0 we've had, really, in result terms. I know you had that cup tie last week, but you got 2 in extra time, so that counts. All results on there count. We've only had the one league 0-0 draw, and that was Burnley against Brighton. That was an even duller game than the one we saw as well. And guess who did that one? Me! Anyway, so Man City Crystal Palace, that's a 7:15 kickoff, but we will not be doing that tonight. We've used our quota of 3 Premier League matches this week. Well, we had a very good game at Craven Cottage yesterday. That was our replacement game for the one we should have done at Molineux. Fulham losing that one by a goal to 0. They went down to 10 men then, Russ. So a very comprehensive performance from Leicester. But unfortunately today we couldn't bring you a goal. But Trevor brought you a lot of very good entertainment in the commentary box. And it shows in the comments and the nice game as we've had a nice... I'm not covering any games tomorrow. I'm going to have a couple of days away from it and then hit the FA Cup trail next weekend. But the FA Cup will be back. There'll be 3 to 4 matches from the FA Cup. We'll let you know if there's going to be any midweek stuff, Mike, and we'll try and give you a game as well. But the FA Cup definitely will be back with us. 4th round commentary action from 3 outstanding ties. No doubt Manchester United and Liverpool will still be high on our list, and let's hope by this time next week they can give us a game to remember. Thank you very much to Trevor. Thank you very much to everybody who's subscribed. There's a couple of people that have subscribed. Thank you very much. We're only 27 away from that 800 mark, so tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. Subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and hit the notifications bell, because we are doing more of this now every single week now. We are getting the staff of commentators that we want together, and we've got the best commentators in the business. Well done to Trevor. Sadly, no goals for him today. I feel for him, but he did a good job. He'll be back next week. I'll be back next week. Russ will be back next week, and hopefully Mike will join us as well in that time. I hope you can all join us. And just one more thing before I leave you tonight. Join Chris and Trevor. Trevor's going to be over across on Chris's channel in just over an hour and a half's time, 90 minutes from now. The rise of Raven West. They're doing the French Grand Prix. Can Raven West Formula 1 team in the virtual world get more World Formula 1 Championship points? Well, you'll have to wait. You'll have to tune into Chris's channel at 8 o'clock tonight to find out whether the likes of Gonzalez or Mick Schumacher can actually get some points for the Raven West team. And Chris makes the point, don't be late. So there you go. So thank you very much. Tune into Chris's channel. Give his channel a subscription as well. Give Trevor's channel a subscription. Give Russ's a subscription. And Mike's as one as well. Thank you very much indeed for tuning in. I'm sorry we couldn't bring you any goals, but I hope we brought you plenty of entertainment in the commentary box and in the halftime sequence, because I had a bit of a comedy moment as well. We had an interloper, but we had a very good time anyway. Sorry about the lack of goals, but hopefully we've made up with that with a bit of entertainment. But United stay top and lead Liverpool by 3 points, and Leicester sandwiched in between them in second place. Over to Manchester City now. See what they can do against Crystal Palace. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.